meeting of the season between the Liberty and the Aces. Hi, everybody. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside Carolyn Peck. We're glad you are with us for the WNBA nightcap underway. Aces have won the first 2 meetings between these 2 teams. They have been on a hot streak, winning 7 of their last 8. Liberty have had struggles lately. Asia Wilson and Benijah Laney rebound.
Be interesting to watch the matchup inside. Kylie Shook and Liz Cambage. Shook said she wants to be the one to deliver the first punch. She's got to come out and be aggressive early.
Whitcomb to Laney. Isolation. Chelsea Gray did not have her best shooting night the other night. She just turned around and looked at the ref. She got a little touch on the stomach. Juana Williams from the corner, baby, no good.
Keep an eye on Liz Cambage. She is really allowing Kylie Shook in the perimeter to help out inside, but Laney's hot. She's making up for lost time.
Yeah, I mean, the Aces defense has been on fire lately, but they need it because of Benijah Laney. She has been just consistent except for the other night. Into Asia Wilson off the glass, and it is Laney trying to get that rebound. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups really quickly. No surprises here. Same starting lineup all year for the Aces. For the Liberty, this is the lineup we were told that Sabrina Ionescu is possible. She moved from questionable to possible for today.
Yeah, we watched her warm up, but Sammy Whitcomb has had to carry the load at that point guard position in her absence.
Oh, that picked down! And the emotion from Asia Wilson.
Well, the Aces missed their first 3 field goals, really first 4. And Asia Wilson does not give up on the effort, staying after it, commanding the glass and getting those second chance points.
And 1 for Asia Wilson. She only took, well, the original box said 9 shots the other day. I think it was 8 after correction, but not a lot of shots for Wilson the other day. Onyenwere fouls on Wilson.
This is how the Liberty started on Tuesday, of attacking the basket and going inside, getting those paint points. You have Benijah Laney. She posted up strong on Jackie Young, clearing the way, and now we see Michaela Onyenwere. She attacking, going to paint points first, trying to make the Aces defense collapse in, then that could possibly open up their 3-point shot.
Jackie Young looking at her options. Liz Cambage over to Young. Cambage liking to be an assist queen this year. Turnover though, Aces, they have plagued them the last few. Long ball, short rebound.
When you watch, when Cambage touches the ball offensively, it's not just a double team, almost a triple team of the ball coming inside.
Off the screen of Cambage, Chelsea Gray knocks it down, and the fans appreciate it.
She's back. Last couple of games, she has not been to the top of her game, but that's a good start.
A 3 off the mark. Gray. Gonna try to get it started early, Chelsea Gray.
Well, and you saw Gray was disappointed, I think, in missing the shots, a few turnovers that she had on Tuesday. She's getting it back.
Taking a 3rd shot. That one doesn't fall, but 2 quick shots for Gray. Rebecca Allen was a big-time problem in New York in the first matchup between these two teams.
Well,
Why?
She came in off the bench, and she's a big guard, and she has the ability to handle the ball and shoot the three.
Shot clock is at 5. Down to 2. Gray. No good. Rebecca Allen with the rebound. And then a finish on the other end from Onyenwere.
The attack off the bounce. That's the energy Walt Hopkins wanted his team to start with, to be the aggressor.
Talking about aggressive, here's Rebecca Allen with the takeaway. Jackie Young makes sure there's not a second chance on that one. Aces are 3 for 10 of shooting to start this game. Baseline, baby. Oh, fighting for the rebound.
Chelsea Gray is a big reason that the Aces have gotten themselves back in this ball game. Watch her off the ball screen. Rebecca Allen goes behind it. Gray recognizes it, and she is able to knock it down. And then coming down, just forcing the issue. Get 2 feet in the paint, get you 2 more.
Wilson back to Plum. It's going to be Liberty basketball. Chelsea Plum inserted into the game. She had a career high the other day. Huge day for Plum.
Yeah, Hamby and Kelsey Plum, they bring a second gear, another level of speed when they come in off the bench.
Yep, Plum had a career high in points, and Hamby had her 1,000th career rebound, both in that last game. Onyenwere going to take a closer look. Not in this house. Even when the shots aren't falling, the Aces defense responding. Ooh, house of fire.
This all started from the defensive rotation, covering for each other. The Aces are connected. You see where Jackie Young rotated in, even when Chelsea Gray was beat off the bounce, and then on the other end, pay it off when you've worked that hard on the defensive end.
Aces had a week of practice. Dearica Hamby fouled. You talk about those defensive rotations. Aces went 2 weeks without having a practice on that 11-day road trip. Able to get some practice time, get to know each other even better, tighten things up a bit.
Well, a lot of times that will help you be even more locked in mentally of where you need to be when you don't have that practice time, and you have to review the film. So you have to remember on a rotation when this happens, you have got to be engaged, ready to help the helper.
Dearica Hamby almost got her own rebound there. Liberty on the run. Onyenwere. Nope. No good. Chelsea Gray through a little bit of Liberty traffic. You know that New York traffic's thick. Onyenwere again. Smooth.
Yeah, she missed her last 3 down. You cannot give her that much room. She is leading the rookies in several categories. One is points, field goal percentage, minutes. She's doing it all.
Yeah, and she's also got the assignment of being on Asia Wilson part of the time. She did a nice job on Tuesday.
Asia Wilson keeping the Aces in this, aggressive, attacking, focus, and the finish.
One-point lead for the Las Vegas Aces Their shooting, though, Carolyn, 5 for 14. Sabrina Ionescu has entered the game for the Liberty. She has been out with left ankle tendonitis. Rashonda Gray has also entered. She's on a contract. Ionescu to Gray.
Well, and Rashonda Gray brings that presence inside, and if you post up, Sabrina Ionescu is going to get you the basketball.
Plum back out to Hamby. Asia Wilson trying to go over the top of Gray. No foul. Gray straight up and down. Liberty has taken the lead.
Kelsey Plum has the responsibility. There's a switch on Sabrina Ionescu.
Onyenwere. Second one, she's knocked down from deep. And Ionescu has had both of the assists.
The Liberty are able to get the ball in the paint and then find their shooters.
Turnover.
You check out Sabrina Ionescu, her court vision is terrific. She reads the defense and finds where her teammates are, puts them in a great position to score. Again, finding Onyenwere open for the three. When she gets that deep in the paint, that keeps the pressure on the defense.
It's an 8-0 run for the Liberty. Jones passes back out. Onyenwere, there's still time. Loose ball. Oh, Hamby down hard. Plum into Cambage.
Leave it on the floor, De'Erica Hamby. Go after it, get it. Don't give up on the play. And then Kelsey Plum comes down. Little dish to Cambage. Ching, ching. Pay it off.
Cambage makes it worth 3. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, the Aces are sitting second place in the WNBA. They want to get to a WNBA Finals. It's that group team effort.
No real delineation necessarily between the bench and the starters in terms of minutes. And we talked about Sabrina Ionescu coming in. She has missed the last couple of games, getting some treatment on her left ankle.
Well, she was warming up, really just getting her ankle reacclimated to. You watch Sabrina jumping off that foot to make sure it felt strong and good. They went through several tests pre-game, and in asking Walt Hopkins before the game, would we see her? And he said there would be a possibility, and he expected her to play only limited minutes.
Since Ionescu entered the game, the Liberty have added 5 points off of 2 Ionescu assists. Aces have been great from the free throw line all season long.
When they get to the free throw line, because you have to spread the defense out to cover that three-point threat, and then that's what they do right there. They look to attack the paint.
Got a hustle about him. Goes and gets a rebound. Liz Cambage. Little motion too. She's extra.
I love it.
I know it.
Liz Cambage is living her best life. She's in the ball game to do this right now. Come over, recognize, and deny the backstop for the Las Vegas Aces.
Talking to Liz the other day, we said, do you mind if we call you extra? And she said, I really don't think there's any other way to describe it.
I love it. Look how she wants the basketball.
Oh, in there with Odom. Liz Cambage turns around.
You can't do nothing about that.
That 8-0 run by the Liberty turned into a 7-0 run now by the Aces as they are up by 3. Odom and Liz have tied it up at both sides, just going back to back. That's a tough assignment.
Well, you look at Liz Cambage, the post up, the want the basketball. See, post players, you got to do your work early. You can't catch it and figure it out. You got to bury the defense, and then once you catch it, that makes the finish that much easier.
Liz is talking. Jasmine Jones inbounding. There's 13 seconds on the shot clock. Ionescu, no look, over to Odom. Now there's a turnover with 2 seconds remaining. Fast break. A lay-in. Didn't happen. Jackie Young, I got you. Chelsea Gray. But before the bucket, there was a foul.
That turnover all started with the pressure on the ball screen action with Kelsey Plum and Liz Cambage stopping the penetration so that the Aces don't have to over-rotate.
Ionescu fighting through over to Jasmine Jones.
You watch Cambage, she's hawking to help any penetration there is so that nobody has to come off shooters.
And then grabs that rebound, boxes out Gray, and here they go. Final minute of the first quarter, Jackie getting hers.
It's almost like playing a video game when Chelsea Gray has the ball and guessing where she's going with it.
Nay Odom unable to finish after a great assist. Plum eyes up, surveying her options. Goes around Liz Cambage, and Chelsea Gray fouled.
Jackie Young spacing out, making herself available, and the catch and shoot knocks it down.
Chelsea Gray at the free throw line. 2 shots.
Gray at the line.
Number 2, D.D. Richards is in
Kelsey
the game for New York.
Plum goes out. Raquana Williams back in.
Raquana Williams.
Bill Lambier having a little conversation. I'm sure he has seen or recognized an opportunity where she can get more points.
D.D. Richards enters for the Liberty as well. Aces have extended this run to an 11-0 run. The Liberty led by 4 early.
Keep an eye on Betnijah Laney.
Shots up from Jasmine Jones. There's still 3 seconds on the shot clock, or in the half, I should say.
Liz Cambage doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. I think the officials look at her size. She takes some bumps and bruises.
They're trying to say that it was, Liz was trying to say, and Bill Lambier off of the Liberty, but first shot's up. It's no good. Vegas leading by 7.
I talked about why the Aces playing so well, because Liz Cambage is in there. Erase it, celebrate it. That's what number 8 does.
Take a look at the national WNBA TV schedule. Mercury and Sparks, Liberty and Sparks, but look at that one in the middle. Sun and Sky on CBS. Lisa Byington and Lisa Leslie. Those 2 teams squared off earlier today. Sky took down the Sun.
Sky played so much better having Candace Parker back, and Talia Copper, she hasn't missed a beat. She had a fantastic season last year. She is still putting up points.
For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. That's going to be a really good one between the Sky and the Sun. Meanwhile, we got a nice one here. The Aces have come alive, and it is now a 13-0 run for the Aces. Ionescu back out. D.D. Richards says, oh, there's a lot of room. Going to take the shot.
Her shot has looked so much better since coming into the league. You can tell she's put in work. I watched her in warm-ups. She's hitting those shots. But when the Aces push tempo, and you watch Kelsey Plum get all the way deep into the paint. Keep an eye on Asia Wilson here. She is patient until Wilson gets position, and then Plum delivers the basketball right on time.
Taking a look at the clock, there's a slight adjustment. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Asia Wilson trying to get around Laney. Plum for three, quick catch and shoot. Shook's rebound brings Unescu to her knees. Pull up. Well, no question about that.
You got to find Benijah Laney earlier than that. When she crosses half court, she's got the basketball. You got to be on her like a cheap suit.
You probably don't have a cheap suit, do you?
All of my suits are cheap.
Liz Cambage, 7 points already.
The production of the Aces in the paint. Liz Cambage has just been doing work inside. One-on-one, no double team, or it's late coming there. It doesn't matter. Coming to the middle. That's a finish, even with a bump.
Sammy Whitcomb. Well, that could have been fancy.
Now, I don't know if Liz Cambage is getting credit for the taps of blocking shots, but she has really affected a lot of those shots.
She gets the credit from Bill Lambier. He's in his 4th season as the Las Vegas Aces head coach, and as he told us this week, you know, she is really enjoying her time with this team, having a great season. It's the most fun he's seen her have and the best he's seen her play.
Well, she's engaged and knows that she's got great talent around her.
But here she goes. Benijah Laney has come to play. The Aces defense has been great lately, but Laney didn't necessarily test it on Tuesday. She's going to test it today. Walt Hopkins, head coach of the New York Liberty in his 2nd season. What do you think he has done with this talent and putting together the people he wants?
When he came in with this system last season with the Liberty and shooting the three-point shot, he stayed true to developing the system, even though they weren't as successful overall, but he established what he wanted the culture and the style of play to be. And this season, through drafts and trades, he's got the pieces that fit well in order for this team to experience the success he was looking for.
Yeah, I thought Kia Stokes, who's not playing today, was really honest in the Zoom earlier this week where she said, yeah, last year his ideas made sense, but, you know, and now they make double sense. Meanwhile, Benijah Laney, you could just feel it from her, the energy. She had scored 20 or more points in 8 of the first 10 games, or 9 of the first 10 games for this team. The last game she didn't. And so 20 or more in 9 of 11, and she is well on her way right now because she's already got double figures again.
Well, for 4 seasons, called Liz Cambage for an offensive foul.
Liz respectfully disagrees.
But going back to Benijah Laney, her first 4 seasons in the league was all about defense. She was known as that defensive player. So when she comes to New York after the offensive explosion she had last season in Atlanta, to couple that with defense, she's a total package.
Yep, for sure. That's a 2nd foul on Liz Cambage. Laney coming around. Dee Dee Richards baseline. Aces basketball. Liz Cambage goes out, and Derica Hamby comes in. Yep. Chelsea Gray. Baseline bucket from Bebe. Passing it inside, Gray knew where she wanted to go. Asia knew where Gray was going to go.
Absolutely. Let's go back, though, to Raquana Williams' shot. This shot is contested. I think that's exactly what Raquana Williams needed. So when Whitcomb had a hand up, that allowed Bebe to get her shot arched up where it needed to be. Sometimes you just need a little help with your target practice.
There she goes again. Back-to-back Raquana Williams threes. That's 6 quick points from Williams.
Raquana Williams, heat check. Yep, she's hot.
6 aces have scored. This is the second foul for Asia Wilson. Liz Cambage is out right now, and LaShonda Gray is on the floor. She was added to the team. She wasn't on the team the first time these two teams met. And then the Liberty lost to Connecticut. Gray came in. We're told she'll be with the team at least through the end of the trip. They play the Sparks next.
Well, RaShonda Gray brings that inside presence and a toughness. She was known throughout her career as a strong rebounder, but the strength of how she posts up inside, that will really help the Liberty get perimeter shots if they can have that go-to.
Jisoo to Raquana Williams, big to little. Jisoo Park defending Gray. Little help comes in. Raquana Williams got to wait for Jisoo. Closing things out. Laney? Nope. That's defense. That's what the Aces defense has looked like. Bebe, why not? Fans are on their feet in Michelob Ultra Arena, and they are cheering for Raquana Williams.
On the screen, and complete a short survey. 3 popcorn.
11 consecutive points by Raquana Williams for the Las Vegas Aces to extend their lead. Williams, you never know who it's going to be for the Aces. She had 4 points the other day and played some incredible defense. Now she's got that defense going, plus some really troublesome offense for the Liberty.
I love talking to Raquana Williams about, she's like, I know I'm a shooter, but Bill Laimbeer also wants her to play some defense, and she's focused more on that. And she wreaks havoc, and I think even Bill Laimbeer said didn't realize how good a defensive player Raquana Williams really is.
Yeah, and the other thing about Williams, too, is, of course, because of her veteran leadership, she told us the other day that, you know, she really enjoys kind of sharing that knowledge and talks about, you know, hey, if you're missing it offensively, bring it defensively, like that by Jisoo. Chelsea Gray. No good, loose ball. Onyemuere to the floor. Jisoo. Foul on RaShonda Gray, and there's smiles around on the Aces.
What we say about playing with Chelsea Gray, you better keep your hands ready. Jisoo was ready because Chelsea Gray found her. Watch Chelsea Gray with the basketball, even in the chaos. She knows where GC Park is. Boop, there you go. Served it up.
Seven different Aces have scored. Of the 10 that they have available, the Liberty, meanwhile, have struggled from 3, and I know that it's something you wanted to keep an eye on. They're 2 of 10, Carolyn.
Well, almost 42% of the Aces, or the Liberty's offense, comes from 3 normally. they're just not being able to be productive against this Aces defense.
Foul is on Jisoo Park. The Liberty had a team meeting, players-only meeting, talking about kind of maintaining their energy. It was before the Connecticut game, I believe. We learned a lot about them in terms of their inside talk. Warren Hopkins said, I don't know much about what was said there, but this is not what they wanted.
No, well, I think that the energy, because they wear these chips in their shorts that lets them know and really calculate how hard you're playing. It looks like to me the effort is there, but the defense and the shake and bake by Chelsea Gray. But it's how the Aces are playing that are disrupting the offense of the Liberty.
Gray over the top of the rim. Dearica Hamby pushing it back out. There's plenty of time on the clock, 10 seconds. Gray sees what she wants. Jisoo Park, that's called adding value right there. Woo! Fans on their feet with that dish.
Chelsea Gray came to play today. You watch the lullaby. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. She gonna hurt you with that rockabye.
Park again from the free throw line. This is what we talked about with the Aces bench, making some good contributions. Jisoo Park off the bench as Laney comes back in. And she already has 3 rebounds, an assist. And Park knocking them down, 4 for 4 from the stripe. Shot clock down, 6 seconds. Jones, 15 feet, no problem. Jasmine Jones can come alive at any time. She had 14 points in the 4th quarter versus Phoenix. 14 of her 16 points overall for Jones came in that 4th quarter. Jackie Young looking for one. Quick transition down for the Liberty and a finish by Rashonda Gray.
Transition, the Liberty pushing the ball down the floor. Rashonda Gray, that's what she's in the game to do. Big, running straight down Main Street. Chelsea Gray, I expected her to come and play. Shake and bake, it's good.
Liberty having some trouble shooting. Usually the 3-point shooting is their hallmark. They are 2 of 10, shooting 20% from 3 and 33% from the floor, Carolyn.
Well, and it's all about the Las Vegas Aces defense, the rotation, the accountability. They're covering for each other, and it's not just the ones that may be beat off the bounce, but then that next rotation.
No finish there off the turnover. Dearica Hamby with the rebound.
Yeah, go back and talk about the keys. One was battle of the boards, and right now the Aces are up 22-14. The other thing was keep away. The Aces with 5 turnovers so far.
Jackie Young, top of the key, makes you wait for it. Banaja Laney looking at a little head movement to Rashonda Gray. Tied up, Nay Odom, and Dearica Hamby rips it free. Plum for three with a hand in her face. Nay Odom, no good. GC Park doing a nice job on the boards for the Aces. Fourth rebound for GC Park. Plum around the screen is going to take another long ball. It rattles around and falls in. She had 32 points the other day. This crowd loves Plum.
Did we talk about the bench in the open?
We did talk about the bench. What was it you said about them again?
Balance. Balance.
12 points have come off the Aces bench already.
Well, the Aces have been controlling the boards, and Dearica Hamby said, give me that, and then push in transition. Number 10, Kelsey Plum, she can knock down the three. She's a shooter, ladies and gentlemen. You better find number 10 because she's going to knock it down. 12
points, 13 rebounds off the Aces bench, and an 8-0 run for Las Vegas.
One of the things that Bill and Beer had talked about in playing a team for the third time can go one of two ways. You could get complacent and say, well, we already won the first two, and not come out with the focus and intensity. Or you could be concerned and really be dialed in and understand that that team has got a hunger about them after they've lost 2 games to you. So you've got to be focused. And the Aces came out in the ladder. They have been very focused, very intentional in what they've done, and very impressive on the defensive end.
Well, you talked about the great shooting of the Aces overall, right? Leading the league in field goal percentage. We talked about that at the beginning, too. They're shooting 48.6% from the field in this game.
Well, when they shoot over 50%, they're 9-0 this season.
Yep.
When they score 85 points, they're 9-0 this season. They're on track to get there, and you always get excited when they get to 100, and they've got 51 already.
I like the century mark. They've hit it 3 times now. The Aces have won 7 of their last 8 games coming into this. Rashonda Gray, tough finish.
I think that Rashonda Gray might get a contract extension with her ability to finish and produce in the paint.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. GC Park says, wait, you're not worried about me? Right? Come on out here with me. Guard me.
Hey, better recognize.
Best player in Korea, for sure, GC Park. She did not go with this team in the Wubble last year.
Well, just the patience. She has a nice face-up game. So you can't just think that GC Park's going to stay inside.
And the great play of GC Park, by the way, giving some rest to Liz Cambage right now. And Asia Wilson getting a little bit of rest. They each have 2 fouls.
Well, and after the game on Tuesday, Asia Wilson was talking about get out to a good start so that some of the new players that have come can get some game experience.
Off the glass. Yeah, the other day, Jordan Holmes got in and Destiny Slocum got in at the end. Kelsey Plum was fouled.
We talked so much about the contribution coming in off the bench. Look at the bench scoring right now. 6 points from Kelsey Plum, 7 rebounds from Dearica Hamby.
Kindly shut this back in for New York.
We got to talk to Angel McCautry today as well, and she talked about Kelsey Plum really adjusting to her role coming off the bench. She's embraced it and contributing very well.
Yeah, it was an interesting start for her, right? I mean, she didn't play last year because of an Achilles, and then had 2 games at Seattle, then left, went to qualify for 3-on-3, and then came back here, and Sunday was her first game back in the house in 2 years. Had a game she wasn't very happy with, and then said, oh, that's right, I'm back at home. It's called the house. 32 points career high on Tuesday, so nice progression for Plum. Shot clock down to 3. No problem for Chelsea Gray. And that'll end the first half.
Las Vegas Aces have been in control from start to finish. They're sharing the basketball. They're dialed in. They're locked in. Right now, they are owning the house.
In celebration of LGBTQ+ Pride, presented by Deloitte, the WNBA will collaborate with Glisten and Fanatics on an exclusive line of Pride apparel, including Fanatics branded WNBA t-shirts. All WNBA proceeds will benefit Glisten, and fans can purchase the shirts at WNBAstore.nba.com. All month long, celebrating Pride.
And you see it across all the leagues and all the different games, recognizing in celebration of Pride Month.
So Carolyn, talk to me about that first half. The New York Liberty had some trouble. What do they need to do differently?
Well, they're going to have to adjust to the aggressive defense that the Aces are playing in that second quarter. A three-point shooting team like the New York Liberty, they had 0 made three-pointers. They're going to find a way to get open, but the Aces have not given them a lick of daylight.
Jasmine Jones. Liz Campbell standing straight up. It's just hard to get in there in the paint.
Well, the thing about it is Liz Cambage is leaving Kylie Shook, and she is more got her eyes focused on where she needs to help on rotation of penetration so that her teammates don't have to come off shooters.
1 second on the shot clock. Quick catch and shoot. It's released in time, but it's off the mark.
Well, and you see how open Kylie Shook was. Cambage is staying in the paint.
We'll see what the call is. Michaela Onyenwere away from the ball. The foul's on her.
Well, Onyenwere is trying to do all she can to keep A'ja Wilson out of the paint.
Good luck. Because that's the thing. I mean, she took on that defensive assignment the other day and did well. Liz Cambage.
It's textbook, and the way she turns and keeps the ball so high. A beautiful shot for a post player.
They're forcing Shook to take those shots outside.
We're in Vegas. That's the gamble you take.
Yeah, I know. You're teaching me. Laney. Let's go back to Liz.
She's posting down low and just reads the defense, and she already knew where Shook was on the high side, which she could just go right into her shot going to the baseline.
She would call it Liz Vegas, too.
Well, I mean, you go where the money is, and that is going to Liz Cambage. The Aces already have 22 paint points. That's 22 out of 57 getting it done inside.
There's a calling card, and that is it.
Lane violation on New York's number 24.
There's a lane violation on New York.
It's Aces basketball.
Michaela Onyenwere. The hustle play. Sammy Wickham calling for an over and back, no look pass over to Jackie Young. Wickham, maybe let a little motion get to her. And foul. She was calling for the over and back.
She better get back and play defense. But I'm watching Jackie Young's game and just trying to figure out what is it about her game that gets her right there to the free throw line.
Yeah. When
she catches it, it's a little shot fake, and she makes the defense bite, and they are late recovering to her.
First game between these two meetings in Brooklyn, Jackie Young played all 40 minutes. Didn't go to the bench as much. in that game. Shot from Laney, top of the key.
Yeah, Laney is really just carrying the mail for the New York Liberty. And the best way to defend Benijah Laney, you can't let her catch it.
Liz Cambage. Liz Cambage is fouled. It's the second foul for Kylie Shook.
We have the Olympics coming up. The Olympic break will be the last couple of weeks of July into August. And I sit here and watch Liz Cambage play night in and night out. And she's going to be playing for Team Australia. I think she's going to be a problem for every country that Australia plays in the Olympics. I haven't seen anybody that's been able to check or handle her the way she's playing this season.
No, I agree with you, and it's going to be really interesting because some of her teammates could be on Team USA. And they know Liz well, but they also know they haven't seen anybody really contain Liz.
Well, they'll play Seattle on the 27th then, or on, who they have next? And then we go to Minnesota, and she'll go against Sylvia Fowles.
Right.
So we'll be there for that one.
That one's on the 25th, and then, yeah, Seattle on the 27th. So versus Sylvia Fowles, it'll be interesting, versus Brittany Griner.
Right.
It was interesting, because otherwise, as Liz has said, her elbow goes in other people's necks, and she's like, that's just where my elbow is.
But
Asia Wilson back in the game.
The shape of Liz Cambage and how she's running the floor, the energy she brings, and I love how she stays in place.
Benijah Laney, changing the conversation.
Right? Laney's like, you better talk about me, the way she is playing. I mean, she was a scorer, she was a defensive player, but a scorer last year when she got to Atlanta.
Ooh. Connor Williams gets that foul, and then Wade goes down hard.
Now, Raquana Williams is just a brick house, and setting that screen, that's just tough.
21-point lead for Vegas. And an official just came over and talked to us, Carolyn. What did Jeff Smith have to say?
He said that they are checking to see if it's a possible upgrade. Could that go to a flagrant one? To me, it just looked like a moving screen and just a normal common foul.
Jeff Smith and then Isaac Barnett have signaled to us that it is a common foul.
And the officials are making sure that we got the information as well. And it was just a moving screen. Raquana Williams just moved. She wasn't set.
Wickham. Oh, now there's the outside shot that New York has been known for.
Well, Wickham was leading the league with 29 made threes.
Chelsea Gray off the glass. Uh-oh, Sammy Wickham down.
Now swatting down, she's going to get called for the foul. But check out 6'8" dropping dimes. The no look to Chelsea Gray on the backside.
Sammy Whitcomb on the line, shooting. Whitcomb's energy, her effort, but you know, today she hasn't scored very much.
And remember, she was on the championship team of the Seattle Storm and really helping Walt Hopkins build the culture with such a young team now here with the New York Liberty.
Yeah, she had 10 points in Tuesday's meeting between these two teams. Look at how tough Rashonda Gray is defending Liz Cambage. That's effort and energy.
Gray is just so strong. When you are so much smaller than Liz Cambage, you've got to do your job and not allow her, do anything you can to keep those orange sneakers out of the paint.
Yeah, Rashonda Gray, mind you, just has been with this team for a couple of games. This is her third game with this Liberty team. And I agree with you, she might get a little extension. That was a rainbow beautiful shot from Jasmine Jones. Asia Wilson, the fingertips of Liz. Jasmine Jones respectfully disagrees with the foul call.
And Michaela Onyenwere immediately went over to calm down Jasmine Jones. You want to give up more points with a technical foul. But Jones knocking down the three and then coming down on the other end. She's not going to get up there to block that shot on Cambage.
Taking a look at Liz's numbers today. 12 points, 4 rebounds.
On Tuesday, she had 14 and 11.
Whitcomb. That's what they need, New York, is for some of those outside shots from Whitcomb to spread that defense out. Liberty is 29% from beyond the arc. Bebe, all alone. Foul called. It's toughness between Liz Cambage and Rashonda Gray, and Bill Lambier is telling Liz Cambage, go to the bench. Doesn't want her getting teed up.
Liz has got to be careful. She don't want to get teed up, but Bill Lambier is telling his center, go to the bench. He will defend his players. He will argue her case.
Baseline, Onyenwere. All denied by the roll.
Be interesting to see how many three opportunities New York will get with Cambage out of the lane.
Worth watching. Note the score is 65-48 with Cambage out.
It's getting chippy down low. The officials are going to review this one.
Ooh. Derek hard to the floor.
I think they're going to review whether or not Jasmine Jones has a little extracurricular activity on De'Erica Hamby.
Look at the smile on Hamby's face. And she's toughness. See Tanisha right there and what an integral part she is of this coaching staff. Perhaps Bill Lambier's most trusted assistant. She does a lot of coaching, always has that hoarse voice after the game because she talks so much. What'd you learn from the officials?
A foul has been called, and now what they're reviewing is to see if it will be an upgrade. They have called a foul on Jasmine Jones. Now the officials are going to go take a look to see if there was a little extracurricular activity and could this be upgraded to a flagrant.
Jasmine Jones with 3 fouls. It's just become really, as you said, chippy, physical.
I thought that one was a little extra. I thought there was a swinging motion. I don't think it was a natural move.
Our official Jeff Smith has come over to have a conversation. We'll find out what he says to Carolyn in just a moment. So, Carolyn?
It has been upgraded on Jasmine Jones to a that has been upgraded to a flagrant 1.
On Jasmine Jones.
Jasmine Jones. Flagrant foul, penalty 1.
Everybody's going to cool off a little bit. Timeout taken with 5 minutes remaining in the third. All right, they're taking a few deep breaths and perhaps cooled off, perhaps not. I guess we're about to find out, CP.
Well, Hammy's going to the free throw line, and there's a little bit of frustration from the New York Liberty. You know, they're at the end of a road trip. They're a young team that is trying to bring the effort to get things back on the winning way. Remember, they started the season out really hot. Losing is frustrating. And right now, as well as the Aces are playing, and there's nothing really the Liberty can do about it, that can be a little frustrating.
Yeah, this is the 4th of 5 games on the road. They have the Sparks next before they head home. But as your point, they started out, 3 runs in a row. They've lost 4 of their last 5.
The Liberty have gone to a zone, but still, they can't shut that down with Asia Wilson going to work inside.
Benijah Laney 1 bucket away from yet another 20-point game. Sammy Whitcomb rises up and knocks it down. No look. Chelsea Gray, Asia's 2nd effort, 3rd effort.
There ain't no quit in Asia Wilson.
No, we thought we'd let the fans make that call. Benijah Laney. Into Asia Wilson. What was the coverage, Coach Peck?
Jackie Young to your right, Kelsey Plum to your left. It's just too many options on the floor.
Asia Wilson leading the way in the Aces with a 23-point lead. Aces have 4 players in double-figure scoring right now.
And right now,
Sabrina Ionescu back, excuse me, go ahead.
The Liberty going 5 out, trying to get back in the game with the 3-pointer.
One of the things that Michaela Onyenuede said earlier in the season against Phoenix, she said, I took 14 threes. She made 6 of them. She said, I just could never imagine myself doing that before, but that's Hopkins' system. And she gets comfortable. Jones, long ball. That's when you're going to be able to attempt to make up this huge deficit. Loose ball picked up by Ionescu. Onyenuede. Oh, she wanted that one to go down. There was a missed assignment somewhere. Plum says like this. Asia Wilson like that. Third foul on Kylie Shook. Rebecca Allen in as Jones goes out. Dee Dee Richards in. as on your way out, and you hear this cheer of the crowd. They're not cheering Jackie going out, they're cheering Liz Cambage coming in, Plum in as well.
Well, and now we're going big versus small because the Aces have gone with size. Hamby at the 3, Cambage inside. And the Liberty 5 threats from the 3 on the floor.
Yeah, it's a big girl party. Wilson last 8 points for Las Vegas. Great on the defense for UNESCO. Asia Wilson will get that foul. That's her 3rd.
But I'm having fun watching Liz Cambage in the paint. It's almost like she's a goalie protecting the net.
Like the Golden Knights, you mean?
Exactly.
Did they win last night?
Are we on the same page?
We are so on the same page. So is Liz. She's on the same page. Oh! Plum directly into Wilson for another bucket. Now Liz is smiling on the floor. That's always a bad sign for the opponent.
The spacing in transition. Check this out. Spread the floor, finding the option. Not that time.
UNESCO. A little stick. Figured while we were up there, we'd remind you that it's the 25th anniversary of the WNBA.
It is?
That is indeed.
I can remember 1997 when it started. The first game was between the New York Liberty and the LA Sparks.
Yep. Liz Cambage just picked up her 1,000th career rebound. Oh, down to the floor hard is UNESCO. But Nyjah Laney is 8 points away from her 1,000th. Rebecca Allen. Beautiful long shot. It's going better from the perimeter for New York. They're taking those shots and they're hitting them now.
Well, coming behind ball screens, and that time Jordan Holmes got caught and Allen made her pay.
Chelsea Gray all day.
I think at the beginning of the game, I said, or in our preview, I expected Chelsea Gray to have a big game today.
That was 2 quick fouls on me, right there on you. And I forgot who it was that asked us, but it was in the hallway.
I told you Chelsea Gray was going to bring it. Last 2 games, she had been off. But then you got Kelsey Plum dropping dimes as well. It's contagious.
That's right. That was in our little preview. You said it was going to be Bill's day. There's a double technical on Sabrina UNESCO and on Kelsey Plum. Double tech. History between these two goes back a long way. It does. I mean, Plum with Washington, and then UNESCO came in as a freshman, and I remember it very clearly. The coach of Washington, Mike Neighbors at the time, said, UNESCO is going to do for that Oregon program what Plum did for us.
Yes, he has said that to me as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both terrific players. Joyner Holmes, excited to see her in, and because this, again, they get that week of practice, these games, she hasn't seen a lot of time. And there's a turnover. Rebecca Allen, no good. Oh, Dee Dee Richards came in. Allen says, thank you.
Bill Laimbeer not happy.
Aces will get another week of practice after this before they hit Minnesota. Turnover, travel called on Chelsea Gray. Long ball, no good, and that'll end the third quarter.
Sharing the basketball, making it happen. We talked about how Plum can score it. She can serve it as well.
AT&T WNBA All-Star is back. Head over to WNBA.com/vote or download the new WNBA app to vote daily until June 27th. Give me some candidates, Carolyn Peck.
Well, you got Asia Wilson, Liz Cambage. Kelsey Plum has put on a show as well. And then you've got for the New York Liberty, Benijah Laney. She's got to be a leading candidate to be an All-Star.
Yeah, Benijah Laney has scored 20 or more points in 9 of their 11 games. She's about to do it again here. Sabrina Ionescu tries to take that one away, and foul is on Williams. That's the toughness of Sabrina Ionescu right there.
Well, battling, going against Ricardo Williams, you better bring some toughness.
Yeah.
Because Bebe's about as tough as you get.
That's true.
Her quickness, and I love defensively her anticipation. She gets so many deflections, whether out to the side or even passes over the top.
Allen is starting to fall for the Liberty.
Well, that's the dangerous thing about a three-point shooting team. You can't relax because they can get back in this game quickly.
Plum trying to get to Hamby. WNBA trying to get some minutes for Joyner Holmes to see how she's doing in this system because he needs to integrate her in.
Well, not only having Joyner Holmes come in with a new team, but a team that has the expectations, the mindset, and the pace that they play. You got to learn on the fly.
Oh, that just happened. Jisoo, thank you.
Jisoo's been watching a little Liz Cambage coming through. Palm it. Don't bring that stuff in here.
Benijah Laney still looking for that 20th point. 8 away from a career 1,000. What's good, Plum? How many efforts from the Aces here as it's one shot after another after another? No defensive boards for the Liberty.
But check out it's just effort. Erica Hamby never stops.
Nope.
She is always pursuing the basketball. She came all the way from the right side of the floor and finds just a little sliver of space to get the offensive rebound.
That's Henderson, Nevada over there. She came from Henderson over to the strip. She's
Absolutely.
quick like that.
She came from Henderson and got right down on the strip.
How about the toughness of Ionescu? She's got that rebound. She's looking around. Dee Richards. Joyner Holmes takes one. Trying to introduce herself to the crowd.
Checking in for the Aces, number 24.
As Raquana goes out, Asia goes out. Destiny Slocum getting some minutes now. Joyner Holmes rebounding. I asked her if she found a Lash's place already in Vegas, and she said, oh, I got that done first. Uh-oh.
Got Joyner Holmes on a moving screen. That's what I'm talking about, just adjusting to the speed of the game, the pace. You got to get to your spots quick because that next action is coming.
It's important for the Aces. They got Joyner Holmes and Destiny Slocum in the last game and in this game trying to find more minutes. Of course, Slocum's been here all along. Oh, Jisoo! Massive wall. I understand that the second time was a foul on Jisoo Park, but can we talk about the first?
That first one was nice. She battled down low, said, nuh-uh.
The crowd is still cheering for Jisoo Park. She came to this team when she was 19 years old. And if I'm going to sound like you, she's grown now. They say she's 22. Liz Cambage at the beginning preseason's like,
that's a grown woman.
That's a grown woman now.
When she has to battle against Liz Cambage and Asa Wilson every day in practice, that'll make you grow up real fast.
It sure will. Meanwhile, for Betnijah Laney.
That's textbook. She caught it right in the pocket and went right into her shot. Beautiful.
Allen. The defensive Hamby's the one that knocked that off. For Betnijah Laney, I was starting to say, it is another 20-point game. So in 10 of 12 games this season, Betnijah Laney has scored 20 or more points. That is why she's in the conversation for the All-Star game.
A queen of consistency coming from number 44 for the New York Liberty.
Joyner Holmes looking for a bucket here in front of the fans. Dearica says, I cleaned that up. Hamby with 11 rebounds. Joyner Holmes. It's a block party here in Vegas.
The Aces defense, outstanding. In the paint, no trespassing.
Onyenwere, front of the iron. Destiny Slocum, off and running. Yeah, that foul. Laney is trying to contest that, but stop. Plum goes to her left, no good. Allen from the baseline. This is what happened. Rebecca Allen has these spurts where she completely comes alive. Well, Rebecca Allen is now 4 for 7 from 3. She was quiet earlier.
Well, and the Aces are waiting until she comes to the three-point line to shoot it. She's shooting it from deep.
And they have all happened in this. No, I'm sorry. She was 3. Yeah, they've all happened in this fourth quarter. Jisoo Park, an impact player for the Aces.
Example, and she did that today, understanding the importance of the focus you got to bring when you're trying to beat a team for the third time.
17 points, 7 rebounds for A'ja Wilson. Look, it was an 11-day road trip, right? Or, well, for us it was an 11-day road trip with them. But the point being, they were tired. They came back. Bill Lambier knew how to practice them and rest them and practice them and rest them. They got 8 days. Slow start against the Wings on Sunday, but won it. And it's been all smiles in every game since then, while they're on the floor.
This week, they've not really been able to do any practicing as well. This team has adjusted of understanding that you got to mentally prepare to save and rest your body so that you can bring your A game come game time.
That's right. And now after this game, they don't have another game until the 25th. So again, they've got a break in order to practice and rest and rehab. I think Jisoo's starting to become a crowd favorite here.
She always brings the effort. In the earlier game, she was having problems with the physicality. Well, number 19, Jisoo Park, she brought some physicality of her own today against the Liberty. She got 7 points and 7 rebounds.
Isn't that lucky? Lucky sevens?
Need one more.
Okay, I know nothing.
You need 3 sevens.
Clearly. All right, well, give me a minute. I'll find that other 7. When Jisoo first arrived here, I used to have to interview her with Google Translator.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. She was game for it, too. We made it work. For Shonda Gray. Destiny Slocum. Jisoo takes her time, left alone. Oh, my goodness, I thought the
Bring down the house.
Yeah, I thought she was going to bring down the house. Jones in, halfway, and out. Hamby. That one brought down the house.
Well, Hamby had options. She had the 3, and she also had Park, who was wide open down low.
That's the 6th ace in double-figure scoring with that 10th point for De'Erica Hamby. Foul is on De'Erica Hamby, her 2nd.
Offensive foul called on leading ice number 4, Jasmine Jones, her 5th personal.
It is a physical game out here, and it is down the floor foul, down the floor foul. Rebecca Allen is shooting 2. Rebecca Allen has scored 13 points in the 4th quarter.
Well, the Aces have 93 points.
I know, I was just going to say it. Destiny Slocum falling back. I was wondering, I mean, you know, I know what your coffee order is, and you know what gets me excited is a century mark.
Jisoo again. On the deny. Kim Page is loving it. Get hype for the block shots.
That is the 10th blocked shot by the Aces in this game. And Jisoo Park has had 3 of those 10 blocks. Allen. Kelsey Plum through contact.
Kelsey Plum coming down in transition on the push. Just blows right by Jasmine Jones, and then the pull-up before Didi can get turned around.
Done a little bit of everything today. 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 16 points.
Okay, I don't want to jinx Kelsey Plum, but the way she's moving, the recovery from that Achilles,
Yes.
her defense it's taken another level. I think she's better than before she got hurt.
That's the mental work, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Plum. Just like I told you a second ago, Carolyn.
But we talked to Angel McCautry earlier today,
Yeah.
and she said that she's even gotten advice from Kelsey Plum when she sees how well she's come back in recovery. She said, Angel McCautry said, Kelsey Plum has inspired her.
Yeah, they talk about all kinds of things, including diet. I mean, Plum made some major adjustments to her diet. She was always in great shape, but cut a few things out, added a few things in. She's sharing that knowledge with Angel McCautry. Slocum. It has just gone from a house party to a dance party. It's the century mark, Carolyn Peck.
The Aces in control. Everybody getting in on the act. Strike a pose.
Well, as long as Liz is okay with it. Liz Cambage, all smiles as her aces again are giving her a rest. Everybody in Jisoo Park with 3 blocks. Minute 45 remaining. Plum takes a long shot. I mean, once again, Hamby and Plum combining for 28 off the bench. You add the 7 from Jisoo and the 3 from Destiny Slocum. It's another 38 points off the bench for the Aces today.
You know, last year they led the league in minutes, rebounds, and assists. The bench did. That contribution is what helped the Aces make it to the WNBA Finals. They're going to need that again this season.
If Joyner Holmes scores in this last minute, every ace will have scored.
I'm not starting the chant.
I'm not asking you to start a chant. I'm just
But
asking you to
did
keep your
cross
eye
my
on the
mind.
thing. Yeah. We'll let them start a chant here. There's Joyner Holmes. And she said, boy, she's been on a lot of teams, coming into a team with the kind of championship mentality. Not a championship, but a championship mentality.
Here you go. Here you go.
Right? What did I just say? No, I want you to say it back to me. Tell me.
Joyner Holmes score, all the Aces are in the book.
There you go. And you see the bench enjoying, and the bench is an all-star bench right there. Take a look at the bench. It's an all-star bench after this bucket.
Joyner Holmes knocks down the 3, and then everybody is in on the party.
I told you, went from a house party to a dance party.
That was a street party right there.
Jisoo Park, another rebound. That will do it. The Las Vegas Aces, 103 points, back-to-back wins over the New York Liberty. Carolyn, what's been the success of this team?
The balanced attack and the energy and effort that they were able to bring for the majority, I would say for 3.5 quarters, that's what Bill Laimbeer was looking for. And the defense. The defense was broad. It was no trespassing in the red zone from the Las Vegas Aces.
Aces have now won 8 of their last 9 games. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back to wrap this up. A win for the Las Vegas Aces.